Monica Mayoche is the team captain of Zambia here at the first Chess Olympiad for people with disabilities. Monica, tell us more about your role here.
Thank you very much. So basically, my role here is to ensure my players are well taken care of and to ensure that their games are running smoothly and to assist them in any way where need be.
So you are involved with working with chess players with disabilities in Zambia. You yourself were a chess player, but now you moved more to administrative work and moved more to this field. What is the state of chess in Zambia in general, and in particular when we talk about people with disabilities?
Okay, so coming to the general part of chess in Zambia, it's a growing sport. It's one of the most admired sport in the country. We have players from other parts of the country that play the game. But when we draw it down to people with disability, there is a gap. And that's what we are working on now to bridge that gap so that people with disability can know the game, can feel the game, can understand the game, and can play the game.
So let me ask just roughly, how many people live in Zambia?
The population is more than 1 million. Yeah.
How many of them play chess? Is it?
Approximately, I can say quarter. No, quarter. No. I'm not sure, but it's not.
But a quarter would be a good guess. So every fourth person.
Yeah, maybe a quarter would be a good guess. Okay, a quarter would be a good guess for people that know about the game. And then out of that quarter, I would say half of the quarter play the game. Yes.
How popular is chess in Zambia, and how do people learn chess?
So like I said earlier, it's a growing sport. So most people are getting to know about the game, and the fact that we're getting more media coverage more than ever. In schools, it's also a sport that is played. People know chess through schools and sometimes through home. Like I mentioned earlier, I knew chess from my brother. Then when I went to high school, that's when I knew that I can play chess in schools.
And when it comes to people with disabilities, first of all, what is life like for a person with a disability in Zambia?
Well, life for a person living with a disability in Zambia is not the easiest because they get to face so many challenges and everything. But luckily now those are things that are being worked on by the government in general. And when it comes to sports, that's also something that is being worked on. Like when we come to chess, like now we have a representation. Zambia has a representation of people playing with disability, but it's a minimum number of people living with disability know about chess. So like the people that we've come with, these are people that even compete in the normal games with normal people without disabilities. But there are those out there that don't know about it, but they would maybe love to play.
And are there special competitions for people with disabilities in Zambia? Are there any? What are the special events and instruments in place to help chess players with disability in your country?
So this will be the first ever chess competition with disabilities that we're going to have the first ever chess competition with people living with disability as the Chess Federation of Zambia. It is, if I'm not mistaken, we're likely to have it in March. It's on our calendar of events as a federation. So that will be the first ever event for people living with disability for chess. Yes.
And finally, obviously, it's the first Olympiad for people with disabilities. You've been talking to your team. What was the reaction when you got the invitation to come here, and obviously the trip? And what are your impressions so far of this Olympiad?
The reaction was the team was very happy, especially that they're now being included in world events, global events where they get to interact with people with similar conditions. It's so far, this has been day 2 of the tournament. So far, so good. I'm actually challenged to say people living with disabilities cannot be disadvantaged because of their state, because I have seen people that are mentally strong on the board, and it's quite inspiring. Yeah.
And generally, your impressions of Belgrade, is this the first time in this part of the world for you, or have you been before?
No, this is my first time.
What are your impressions?
My impressions are, I think it's a good thing, and it's something that should be ongoing, and countries should emulate FIDE by having tournaments that are specifically for people living with disability.
Monica, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.